Hello beautiful souls and welcome to another pick a card reading. This one is inspired by the Fire Horse New Year according to Chinese astrology. I'm not a Chinese astrologer, I don't understand much of it, but I listened to a lot of people who did. So the Fire Horse New Year is supposed to catapult us, it's supposed to push us to take action, to be bold, brave, chase the things that we want. And as a Sagittarius rising, I love this energy. And of course, with the Fire Horse, I associate it with the Knight of Wands. So for each pile that we'll see today, you have a Knight of Wands card representing it. So what's interesting about this year is that it's also 2026, which when you combine these numbers in numerology, you get number 10. And we don't really have a number 10 in numerology, so you reduce it to number 1 because you get rid of the 0. So number 10, if you still want to entertain the idea of it, number 10, just like number 9, is very significant of things ending, but that 10 has the 0 in it as well, so it's like this new potential, the seeds that are being planted. However, number 1, numerologically this year is number 1, so things have ended most likely already, or you have to very quickly end things this year to get to the number 1 energy, to the Fire Horse energy, where you are ready to initiate new structures into your life, build new things, chase new things, accomplish new grounds that maybe felt unaccomplishable, to climb mountains that felt unsurmountable. I think that's the word. So this is the energy we're getting into, and I want to see for each of you, for each group, what exactly is it that you're going after? How should you go about it? Any advice and anything that you need to know, anything that you need to be prepared about, and just in general, what does this energy of like fiery new beginnings and bold action has in store for you? And if you do lean into this energy, what will it get you? So this is not just about, oh, these are the things that are going to happen in your life. No, these are the things that if you really go after them, like if you really go after that goal, if you really get on the path towards this goal, what is it that you're going to accomplish? Maybe it's not going to be the final goal, but what is it that you're going to accomplish? Because there's no way that you take action and you don't accomplish anything. So for all of you who are ready to be bold, brave, and take action this year, let's get into this. So for pile number 1, I was going to totally forget about this. Here you see a pile of pieces of paper that I crumpled to these bows. So each piece of paper has an angel number that just came to me, so I wrote that down. Then I got different messages, visions, words, keywords that I heard that may be somehow significant for you. And then what I did was I drew a line, and under that line I looked up the angel number on the internet and what it meant, because that's something I do for myself and it's very, very fun. So I looked up all these numbers, and some messages do not match what I channeled, but what I channeled I'll still tell you because I think it's still significant. But I also wanted to have the messages from the internet, but of course you can go and look the numbers up yourselves and find a lot more, because I just extracted the core idea of the angel number. So I think that's gonna be a really fun thing to do. I've also prepared my tea leaf cards because I also find them very, very fun for like these yearly predictions, and also they are, as far as I know, Asian, Chinese tradition. I'm not sure if many other countries in Asia have this tradition to read the tea leaves. But yeah, so that's all I have for this intro. It was a long one. I'm winded. Now, pile number 1. You guys have the Knight of Wands from the Crow Tarot deck. Let me show you the box, so maybe you can orient yourselves. Pile number 2, you have the Prince of Wands, which is the same as the Knight of Wands, but it's just a different hierarchy, from the Liberty Tarot of Stars Eternal. I love, love, love this deck. Then you have the Knight of Wands from the Mystic Mondays Tarot. There you go. For number 3. And for number 4, we have again Prince or Son of Wands from a tarot that maybe not many of you know. This is the Tarot of the Seeker. I think that's how you would translate it. It's a very beautiful deck. So let's get right into it. The timestamps will be at the bottom of the description box, as well as a pinned comment in the comment section below. So take your time, pause the video, meditate upon the cards, and then I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome, welcome. So let's see. What does this new year have in store for you? I am going to first pick one of these papers because I'm going to orient myself in the intuitive messages that came through. I'm getting a lot of green for you. And for some reason, usually I associate yellow and like orange with gold and finances, but for some reason green right now stands out as a color that will bring good financial just financial blessings in your life. I'm also getting that green is related to your health, so maybe you will be able to pay for some health journey that you will be on, maybe some retreat, something like this. Let's see, what do we have? We have the angel number 7225. All right. So the message that had come through is align your inner and outer reality. I also saw a broom, pumpkin seeds, which by the way, I remember when I channeled pumpkin seeds, I was like, oh, maybe this is a hormonal regulation journey for whoever gets this message. So maybe that's what you're going to be doing this year. I think that you're really pursuing passionately your health, and yeah, you are going to see results. And I saw shards of a mirror, which is interesting. Maybe some of you have lost your spark and you have lost who you are due to maybe some chronic illness, some health journey once again, because this is just what's coming through so far. But with the shards of a mirror, some of you have lost yourselves, period. Not necessarily because of health or anything related to that. Maybe it's something else, but you've lost your sense of self, and this is what you will be regaining. And with these shards of a mirror, I was also in my vision, I remember I was seeing how one shard communicated with another. It's like your reflection in one shard communicated with your reflection in another. So different parts of you will be communicating. So I wouldn't be surprised if this year you're pursuing something old from the past that you've been interested in before, but you're pursuing it with a new passion, renewed ideas and a strategy, and you're making the bold decisions that you didn't dare make in the past. And the internet message, how 7225 is interpreted according to like angel number websites, the core idea that I noticed is maintain peace in your relationships, like focus on love and harmony to maintain happy, healthy relationships. I think your relationships will be fine this year. I think that you will be really you'll be pursuing better health. You will be going after making some old dream come true with this renewed strategy around it. And it's interesting because with the brooms are associated with witches and flying. But I would also say you have very liberated, intimate experiences this year, and I think that you are a lot more open for this as well. So this is picking up in your life, and you're definitely flying high, okay? With the broom, as I told you, you're getting to new highs. Okay, let's see. We have number 7. We have number 2 twice. Oh, this is interesting because I feel like you may be connecting with... So, you are one of these 2 people, and then the other person is the other person that I'm going to describe. So I see 2 people. One is very spiritual, but with number 7, I'm getting someone who is within a hierarchy, works maybe a regular job, or again is within some sort of governmental hierarchy, and then the other person is very much a free spirit that travels a lot. I see these 2 people, so you are one of these 2 people. I see these 2 people connecting. There's a bridge between them. You may even meet during a traveling journey, a vacation, something like this. All right, let's see what's in store for you. We have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Of course, these are the romance angels, so everything is about love, but I will interpret this intuitively. And I would say this is about the law of attraction. You're attracting the things that you want in general, not just love, but because love came through for you, I would take that as a bit of a... Like, I think this year, love is the easiest thing to manifest for yourself, and it's the thing that goes best for you. And I know some of you might have recently broken up and thinking, how is that the case? But just to remind you, this fire horse year starts now, end of February. And also, you needed to quickly wrap up something for a new beginning. So there's someone better on their way to you. And she's dressed in all this green, which is interesting. Oh my gosh. Wedding. The situation involves marriage, so yeah, there is definitely gonna be some sort of commitment, some sort of partnership. It could even be a business partnership, but I see a lot of success when it comes to communicating with people, signing up contracts with people. I just see a lot of blessings will come from this. Good money will come from this as well. You may also get great advice by someone who... That is quite specific. I'm getting someone who travels a lot, and maybe they are a financial advisor. They advise you how maybe to invest, things like that, how to live more freely when it comes to your finances. I see you signing up for a course, or the relationship with such a person will be very helpful. I highly recommend that this year you build a relationship with someone that can advise you financially. I'm not talking about romantic relationships. I'm talking about a client to a service provider, or one-on-one, just personal relationship with someone that can advise you financially. That is very, very important, and it's gonna be very, very useful as well. We have Aquarius. We have Aquarius energy. This is the house of the sign of friendship, knowledge, of course, science, abstract understanding of things. You also have the 3rd house of messages. This year, the path that you need to pursue is the path where you share your knowledge with the masses, but you do it in a new way. Maybe you've been doing this already. Maybe you've been posting videos, posting on Instagram or whatever. But with Aquarius, you need to innovate it, and you need to do deep research on what is the trend, what is modern, and what is high quality, because Aquarius is hyper polished energy. It's all about the future. So Aquarius rules the people that set the trends. It rules the people that come up with the... You know how on social media you would see like a format of a video or something trending, like you've seen the same video by different creators, they even say the same stuff 1,000 times, and you're like, okay, that's a new trend. Well, someone came up with it. Someone was the first one to post a video like this that picked up, that the algorithm liked. So That's what you are figuring out. Maybe how to be the first person who does this, or how to be really ahead of the game and to be as modern and updated and upgraded as possible when you're sharing your knowledge. This could even be if you're like a school teacher or something. Okay, what is the latest school book? What is the newest, most updated school book? You need to get on track with what is the newest, latest, most efficient, most polished, most liked thing or way of presenting your wisdom, your knowledge, your messages. Because that's the third house, it's about communication. I also see that any of you who is doing online sales of anything, things will pick up for you as well. The air element, again, communication. The third house is ruled by Gemini, which is an air sign. We also have Aquarius, which is another air sign. There's a lot of air energy here. So yeah, this year you have to be bold when it comes to your throat chakra with your voice. You need to speak, to share your voice. You need to share your thoughts and knowledge with the world. Like your mind needs to be I was gonna say something that I was going to regret. So your mind needs to be shared but not available, because I was going to say available, and no, we don't want our minds to be available from a spiritual standpoint, but you need to share your mind, and that's very important. This year, the brave, bold, courageous thing that you can do and you should be doing is to unblock your throat chakra. So if there is any chakra that you need to work on, I would recommend the root chakra, connecting to health, connecting to money, and I would recommend the throat chakra. These two are really coming through very strongly. What can you expect if you pursue this, like sharing your knowledge, etc.? What can you expect from taking such bold actions in this direction? What can you expect? Wow, we have the Strength card, which is power in this deck. You will take your power back. Maybe you've been feeling like your power has been taken away from you, or you haven't been in your power. You haven't been in your element for quite some time. And we have destiny with the Wheel of Fortune. I love this. I love this. I think that you will be reclaiming something that you've always known is yours. Like you've always known that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, share my knowledge, etc., etc. But maybe you've been doing it the wrong way. Maybe you haven't been doing all the things that you could be doing to make a living out of this, build a purpose that sustains you in the material life, right? That's important. So with this, we see power, we see destiny. I think with the Wheel of Fortune and with the Strength card, you need to be prepared to, how do I explain it? So with the Wheel of Fortune, things in your life will turn 180 degrees. Things will drastically change to align you with your destiny, right? If you take action towards these things that I mentioned, things will drastically change to align you with your destiny, and you have to be very powerful in order to withstand that turn of the wheel, because that can be chaotic. So with the Wheel of Fortune, yes, you will come into your destiny, but there is change and there is chaos, and there are unexpected things happening around you as well. So that's why you need the strength card. That's why I told you you need to be working on the root chakra and on your health. Your health is very important for you to be able to handle this change, handle the intensity of this pace that you will be going at. Who are you becoming, or who is coming into your life? Let's see. What else can you expect to experience? Too many cards. Although we do have a horse, we have the river with a shard of mirror. Wait. Okay, I'm not gonna take them. There are too many cards, but I'm gonna keep in mind that they wanted to come through. Let's see. Who are you becoming? Alright, we have the gem. Interesting, you have the third house ruled by Gemini, and you have the gem that has many sides to it, that has been hiding. So it's like your talents, your mind is a gem, but you need to develop a talent of how to present it so that you gain attraction. So that you gain traction, so that you attract an audience. Okay, I want you. And we have the one. You guys definitely have this cosmic wisdom. Maybe some of your Lyran souls, maybe some of your Arcturian, Andromedan souls. I'm getting these three. But you are the starseed, you are the cosmic soul with unique knowledge, unique takes on the world, and you should shine, okay? And you should share all these sides that you have to yourself with the world. Now let's see. I will pull random cards from this because this is very difficult to shuffle. I sometimes don't use this back, and I know I should, but alright, I really want the green card. There we go. One more. Okay, two. Let's see. Oops. So we have an older woman dealing, so a relationship with an older woman. So pay attention to elder women in your life because they might come through with important advice, with potential doors opening for you, messages, connections, etc. We have a temporary situation. Well, with the Wheel of Fortune, many things will be temporary. I think that this year, the moment you decide, okay, I'm settling, like this works for me, this is good, you will have to change it. You will have to upgrade again. So you can really find the thing that maybe you can long-termly commit to. So a lot of experimentation, but experiment in the same direction. So, for example, do not try to be an artist and a scientist and someone who does charity on the side and like all these things. Experiment, but in the same field, in the same direction, just enough to find your voice. Frying pan, trouble, accusations. Oh, right. So when it comes to your personal relationships, you may be accused for maybe using the partner that you're dating and not truly being in love with them for one reason or another. We already had messages about this. That great opportunities may come from a relationship that you're in. So maybe people will have a negative outlook on this, but the most important thing is that you know you love your partner and your partner knows that you love them. But be mindful of what you share about the benefits from your network. Because people may assume, oh, are you friends with this person just because you get this benefit from them? Be careful what you share because people may start gossiping and this may reach this person that you were talking about and they may come to the wrong conclusion. So be careful with your network falling apart because you've overshared with people that have connections between each other as well, and that information can reach them. Bird perched, waiting for news, package, letter. So this year, you may start something with like shipping things off, some business or something that's related to packages, letters, etc. I also think that this is showing that you may receive an invitation to a wedding, meet an older woman there, meet a potential client, meet someone that opens the door for you, that opens like the floodgates. We have career. Yeah, your career is a huge focus. Like, I think networking will go smoothly. Just be careful about these things that I mentioned here. But I think networking, relationships will go smoothly and you will be blessed there. But career is the thing that you need to really focus on. And we have February. Wow, okay, so you're starting now. You are starting now, and I don't think you should wait any longer, pile, once you pursue your goals, pursue your dreams. Is there anything else that I see? So another thing that I see potentially for you is the scientific field. I'm not gonna lie, Aquarius is related to science. So you may want to pursue this as well. And this is about like organizing scientific data and introducing it to people. So maybe journaling this out, maybe writing for a science paper or magazine or something. That could be a thing that you may want to pursue this year as well. So yeah, that's all I see. I hope you resonated. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next pick card. My personal readings are open on my Ko-fi page. That's where you go to book. And if you have any questions, of course, you can always email me. So yeah, thank you so much for your support. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time. Bye. Hello pilots, I'm so excited. Let's see what this new Fire Horse year has in store for you. So if you chose this card, let's first pick out a message from these. I feel like I want to pull two. I want these two. And alright, so we have Pleiadian energy come through for those of you who resonate with the starseed stuff. But this Pleiadian energy feels very soothing, creative, musical as well. Those are just some impressions that are coming through. They don't have to resonate. But let's see, what do we have in store. So here we have angel numbers with minds, with interpretations and messages. And then we have the angel number definition according to the internet. Wow. All right. So we have 3633. The key imagery that I saw was birds, teacups, music sheets. All right. And descending down a huge staircase. And let me clarify, this descending down a huge staircase in my vision meant that you guys are invited to some great event, a gala, something, some great event. And you are like descending into this ballroom or something like this. That's what I was seeing. Maybe you're going to a huge exhibition in some museum or something. But I saw these very like, it was like a castle, okay? And of course this can be a metaphor for you just receiving invitation to a very important party, a very important gathering, or you being presented to a very important crowd. But that's what I was feeling from this vision, that you will be, you know how in like movies, when it's like a bow in the castle and all the guests are being named as they come. Well, that's what I was feeling like. You'll be introduced, like, this is so and so, and I think you'll be introduced in front of an important crowd, okay? And the message from the internet was a powerful spiritual signal. This angel number is a powerful spiritual signal to align your creative energy with practical action. So we love that. You're finally picking up the paintbrush. Pile number 2, 3633. We definitely have some ascended master energy. I feel like this year you will be introduced to a crowd of people as a master of something, and a lot of people will feel like they relate to you with this 6 throw in the number. What's the other message that really wanted to come through that I couldn't ignore? Tulips are coming through for some reason. Some of you may want to work with tulips, buy yourself some tulips, put them around the house. It will infuse the house with the energy of this flower, and maybe look up what tulips signify, because I don't know, but look it up and see, maybe that's something that's been lacking in your life or you desperately want to manifest. Alright, we have 8813. That's interesting. This is the very first angel number that I channeled. So it says, I see a bright ego rising above obstacles. And it's interesting how you have an imagery of rising above obstacles and descending down a huge staircase. I think that you will overcome huge challenges that stopped you from being recognized, noticed, seen in a field that you're very actually skilled in. You're very skilled when it comes to this field and the skill sets that you need to be in that field. You're very good, you are a master at this, but there were certain obstacles that prevented you from showcasing your mastery, and you finally will. Some of you might be literally opening up galleries. Some of you might be performing music in these great halls as well, because music came through in the very beginning. The message from the internet was, surround yourself with uplifting people that support your personal growth. So yeah, that's what you need to focus on. Let's see what's coming through for this new year of the fire horse for pile 2. Very soon. Something is happening very soon. You are starting this journey very soon. You're putting yourself out there very soon. You're being invited very soon. We have teacups. For some reason, this very soon energy, I feel like, is in alignment with the teacups. What does it mean, the teacups? Oh, with the teacups, I'm getting a couple of things. First of all, I'm getting the cups that keep spinning in like Disneyland and other carnivals and things like that. But with the teacups, I'm also getting, I think that very soon you will get you drink your tea or coffee with someone. I'm getting something about a casual interview. Someone wants to hire you for something very soon. It's going to happen very soon. True love. Very similar poses right here. Interesting. Stay optimistic about your love life. I think that this year you will find what you truly love to do. What is your true passion, your true love? With this card, I definitely see that an altar where you venerate whatever gods or ancestors you work with, a place where you basically give offerings to your spiritual guides, etc. That is going to be really helpful. I definitely see some of you practice magic. I definitely see some of you have like rituals that help your manifestation. And I'm being very drawn to this turquoise shawl ribbon that is wrapped around her. And I'm getting something about a snake, a turquoise snake. It is a rebirth. There is some kind of rebirth of your magic or psychic abilities this year. With the bright eagle, your prayers, your messages have reached the ears of the gods, the ears of the universe, etc. What can you expect? Wow, we have the old destiny. So there is interference in your life this year, okay? I don't know if you had to choose between two options in your life that may be connected or similar, but still are gonna eventually take you down different paths. I think that for those of you who have not made a decision yet, you have interference in your life that forces you to make a decision. The yod or the destiny is also called like God's finger, so it's like the universe is boop touching things around in your life and interfering with it. What can you expect this year? Oh my gosh, okay, I was overcome with such a strong sense and knowing things will be interfered with until you get on the right path, you do the thing that you're supposed to do. So I feel like if you're playing around and just not just having fun, but because we should have fun, but like if you're playing around with things, not really getting serious about anything, or if you're trying to do the wrong thing again and again, although it hasn't been working for a long time, the universe will interfere and it's gonna be like, no, this is how you should do this. And if you keep getting interferences in certain areas of your life, it's because it's a sign that you should walk away from this. Could be in relationships as well. You could be getting interference in your love life with this person that you are with, your current partner, and it's like, why are things never working out? Because you're not meant for each other. So the universe will make its opinion very, very clear on where you're supposed to be and where you're not supposed to stay. Oh wow. Solar eclipse and the 11th house of friends. Well, there might be friendships that you're trying to keep that are not working out. You may want to stay within a certain community, and at the same time you want to, I don't know, like make it big, be recognized, live this completely other lifestyle. And it's like, keep in mind that the people you surround yourself with very often dictate where you are in life, how far you get, etc. So it's interesting now, because this really resonates with this message: surround yourself with uplifting people that support your personal growth. So it's not even just about the people being positive. Yes, uplifting people, that's great. Positive people in your life, that is great. People that support you, that is great. But you also need people that support your growth by being an example for you, motivating you, So this is where many of you may have interference in your friend groups, and some of you, if you've been struggling with making friends, with finding the right community for yourself, I think because it's a solar eclipse, not a lunar eclipse, I think finally new people will come into your life. Actually, you will attract in your soul group. So I really want to read about the Yod, the Destiny card. I know I already described to you what it meant, but I feel like we might be missing out on some information, so a person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. That's interesting and very, very true. That's it. I think that some of you guys might have been trying to avoid your destiny, to run away from it, and the universe is like, you keep going in these wrong directions and then wonder why I'm intervening. Okay. The ancients believed that the Yod was an area of fate in the chart and not a particularly favorable one. Yod configuration is influential and implies that there is a disruptive force at work. In a sense, this astrological placement of planets is somewhat in exile from the other planetary energies because they're not harmonious with each other and therefore cause tension. Oh my gosh, I'm getting this message. Some of you have been in like an energetic timeout from your soul group, from your soul family. And it's almost like you know who they are, you know where you're meant to be, you know what people you're meant to connect with and what your life is supposed to be like, but you've been in timeout because you've been too attached or too focused on things that were wrong for you. So with this solar eclipse and this revolution, I think there will be a huge identity shift this year, an identity shift where you finally dare to put yourself where you're meant to. It's like, imagine you are because music came through, I'm gonna use that example, a great musician, but you hide that and you keep trying to be a lawyer because you're afraid of being a musician, you don't think yourself good enough and worthy, and you're surrounded with good friends who are other lawyers, and they're good people, but you really want to talk to the other musicians that travel the world, that care about art and culture, etc. And that is just a very basic reducing example, but I just had to make it so that you get what I mean here. You've been putting yourself in alignment timeout, in spiritual timeout. You've been putting yourself in the wrong field where you don't shine and it's not meant for you. So, and maybe there in that field you've kept getting these interferences and issues and obstacles, and it's like you're getting these obstacles for a reason. This card is about finding your own truth, even though the truth may not be reflected through others. You may wish for more support when this card comes up and will have to manage this all on your own. Another development may turn up, and that is you will prefer to work it out on your own without any interference from others. I think that you've been looking for advice, asking for advice from the wrong people because they don't see their future and the life that they want to live the same way that suits you. So when you ask them for advice, of course they're going to give you advice for the life that they want to live. And maybe they also think you want to live the same life. So it's like, it's unfair to ask of them for advice and hope that it helps and be frustrated when it doesn't, when you're asking the wrong person. root chakra. And choose wisely. Your body knows, look at that temptation. Your body knows the right decision. And I think that the longer you make the right decision, the more your body will tell you no. And it will refuse, and things will get more chaotic, more confusing, etc. There is a gut that you need to be following this year, all right? A gut feeling. We have the Princess or the Page of Swords. And we have the, what's that? The Ten of Swords, Sun and Gemini. You've split up your personality between way too many things. And it's like in daytime you're one person living this life, and at night or when you're alone you're this completely other person. These things need to align. So you see a powerful spiritual signal to align your creative energy with practical action. To me, this is about aligning your inner and outer world. I think we even have like another message here about aligning your inner and outer reality. But that did not come through. But still, I think it will resonate for you. I see many of you have like accomplishments, but they, this year, perhaps in the beginning of the year, but they will not be the thing you really wanted. So that's what will make you realize, oh, I'm not really happy here. What can you expect this year? This could even be a relationship, like you're achieving a milestone in your relationship, but you're not as happy and as excited as you are supposed to be. Let's see. What do we have? We have the horseshoe. Good luck. So luck is on your side. To be in the right place at the right time, all of that is on your side, especially in June. June may be your lucky month. We have the forest, muddled and clear thinking. That's why you have the Page of Swords. You need to clear your thoughts, focus on one thing. That's why you have the Ten of Swords as well, because when you're not focused, you are unable to make a decision. You need to clear your head. So meditation is very important for you this year, because you'll be making big decisions and you have to have a clear mind. We have the Rabbit, too much concerned with sexual matters. There might be a sexual dynamic keeping you in a relationship that is not good for you. We have Dogs, getting together with friends. Friends will be an important support system, and especially pay attention to the friends who are outside of your who are not co-worker friends. These are the friends you want to really gather with, the friends that know you for a long time. And we have clouds, temporary problems. I think clouds is like clouded thinking again. So what you need to focus on and pursue this year is clarity of mind and figuring out the right place for you and putting yourself in the right place. All right. Choosing the right things, choosing more authentic things for yourself, and focusing on your magic and your special rituals for manifestation. And if you've been struggling with manifesting, maybe you're manifesting contradictory things. Maybe you're manifesting the true love and soulmate while also being in an unhappy relationship and manifesting to heal it. So it's like these things contradict each other. I think my summary of this reading, I think you will be invited to something. You will shine as a master in something that you finally got bold enough to share with the world. And that moment of like a recognition, it will be an instant knowing that this is where you're supposed to be and this is what you're supposed to do. So I highly recommend give your true passions a chance to shine, to be appreciated by others, and watch the results for 6 months. Give yourself 6 months of putting your passions and skills out there and see if they get recognized. Because I think that you will draw an opportunity to yourself, and that recognition will be the sign. Because how you will feel when other people resonate with you and you finally feel like you resonate with others as well, that will be the clear sign. Oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be a lawyer, I'm supposed to be a musician. That kind of thing. Or vice versa. Some of you might be musicians who are supposed to be lawyers. But yeah, so that's how I see you figuring out what it is that you're supposed to pursue, where it is that you're supposed to be and grow. And you have this beautiful solar revolution. So yeah, it's gonna be a huge revamping of your identity this year. Alright, pile 2, that's all I have for you. I hope this resonated. Let me know, tell me how this resonated in the comment section below. I love reading your comments. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe because this supports my channel. And if you want a personal reading, you can find it on my Ko-fi page, which is linked in my description down below. And if you have any inquiries about maybe services that you think I might be providing but you don't see them listed, you can always email me. So that's all I have. I hope I'll see you in my next pick card. Until then, bye. Hello pile 3 and welcome to your reading. So let's see what this fire horse ear has in store for you. What are you supposed to go after this year? How are you gonna get it? And what is in most alignment with you? So let's take one of these. I'm gonna mix them. Only 5 are left, but still. Okay, this one. We're gonna get a angel number, channeled messages, and the message attributed to this angel number according to the internet. So the angel number is 2624. And we have Neptune energy, water, cosmic creation, angelic inspirations are also something I wrote down. And the message on the internet about this angel number was stay consistent with your actions if you want to see results. Sometimes life is hard and sometimes it's worth it. So this is for all of my Capricorns watching this, where your ruler Saturn has been in Pisces for so long, and maybe you felt like all of these intuitive things that you were trying to do just didn't work, or the hardcore discipline was not really working and you were actually supposed to tune into your intuition a bit more. So this may resonate one or the other way for different people, but with Saturn exiting Pisces, no more are you going to be confused about structure, discipline, the steps that you need to take to go get something that you really want. But Saturn is in Aries, where Saturn is still not very happy because Saturn is about discipline, following the rules, and Aries is all about doing its own thing. So I think all of you who have major Capricorn placements, Mars, rising sign, sun sign, and midheaven, will experience how the ruler Saturn being in Aries will make you wanna rebel a bit more against foundations and structures. I think that's why you have this like cosmic creation. I think many of you are shifting from a path that was very focused on logical stability and routine, and now you're shifting more into this is my soul path. So I think many of you thought something was your purpose, or maybe you knew that it wasn't, but it was something that sustained you. It was a way to provide for yourself. It was a way to live your life somewhat sustainably. And this is maybe not just about career. For some of you, it can be about relationships, it can be about health, it can be about many areas of life. But basically, any routine that you've been doing to survive and cope and like kind of maintain yourself, but not really thrive, not really live, that is changing. I think you're stepping into an era, pile 3, that your soul will really require you to start living, actually living. So let's see. And also Neptune is going into Aries and for much longer than Saturn, which is even more interesting that you have Neptune coming through, because this shows me that you have this spark. I think that when Neptune was in Pisces, we were very much inspired to consume and to swim in fantasies and different escape landscapes, different like movies and books and theater. And I think with Neptune in Pisces, we drowned ourselves in art and magic, however you consume magic, however magic comes to you. And now with Neptune in Aries, there is this emerging happening. I like to describe Aries as this fiery impulse that emerges out of the ocean of the cosmos. And the ocean is like, imagine this womb, right? So Aries is really what emerges out of the womb and illuminates the dark, light pierces the darkness, etc. So Aries is really the first kernel of this new path, this new motivation. So I think that many of you who felt like you've been slumbering for the past maybe 2-3 years, because Neptune has been in Pisces for longer than that, but those of you who have felt like, in combination with Saturn in Pisces specifically, you felt like you do your routine, but it's not bringing you closer to what you want. Now you're gonna have these cosmic inspirations. Many of you are working with angelic beings. So please, if you feel called to work with any angel, if any angel is really coming through, if you're getting the signs, and different angels send different signs, but one thing is you may see orbs of light, sparks of like glittering, literally glitter in the air. That's something you may see. You may hear bells, things like that. These are all angelic signs. So if you feel called, please reach out to your guardian angel or whatever angel you really resonate with, because I sense that they do want to come through and guide you on this path from now onward. So all right, we're going to pull cards from the this is the Romance Angels deck. So all of these cards are catered to a romantic theme, but I'm gonna take them as general messages. So what is it that you need to pursue in the year of the fire horse? What is your true path that you're stepping into alignment with? Okay, we have keep an open mind. So it feels like this will take a little bit of experimentation, pile 3. Be open to this. Again, with this like Saturn in Pisces, maybe especially if you were ruled by Saturn, you felt like everything was just so difficult to manage and to understand and to structure. So still keep an open mind, because inspiration, creation, ideas can come from many different places. So I would highly recommend that if you get an opportunity for a new experience. And maybe you're thinking, but this is not really productive to what I really want to focus on. I want to stay at home and work on my things, or I want to go and apply for this interview, but you've been invited to this event, or you've been invited to a vacation or something like that. You may be surprised that actually the path you didn't assume to bring you ideas, inspirations, connections, etc., is the one that actually does. So I highly recommend to take the uncommon, I want to say unassuming, remain unassuming, take the weird path, take the path that doesn't seem the logical one. I think that this is where you will find the tools and the ideas that you need right now, and the messages and the people as well. Separation. All right, keep them in mind. And we have separation as well. So in the year of the fire horse, if certain people cannot catch up with your pace, do not judge them too harshly. I feel like this year some of you may be tempted to have breakups, to split with friend groups and things like that. Maybe some of you, especially you Capricorns, will get overly ambitious, almost like trying to compensate for all those past years when maybe you weren't on top of your game, even though you were still working hard. And maybe some of you will be tempted to blame your loved ones or friends and family. And it's like, you can run your race, okay? You can run your marathon, pile 3, but do not push away the people in your life, or don't abandon them. Don't think, oh, if you cannot match my pace, I'm just gonna walk away, because I'm getting that this may be a temptation, and I'm getting that this would lead to some regretful decisions. All right. And of course, it is possible that those of you who are in partnerships, you will spend time apart from your partner this year. Maybe they will have to go somewhere for work, you have to go somewhere for work. There is something that will create perhaps long distance, or you simply won't be able to spend a lot of time together. Worth waiting for. Yes, I think that's a beautiful message here, worth waiting for. The people that you're tempted to abandon, they're actually worth waiting for. It's worth waiting for some people to catch up with you, or to find their own groove and their own path, and like match you in a sense where both of you or all of you are doing your thing and you're very happy with it. I feel like some of you, be careful of riding on a high horse when it comes to certain like accomplishments, or the way in which you feel more awakened and like your eyes are open to the truth. Just because certain people in your life may not see the truth the way that you do, maybe not yet, or maybe just they have different opinions. Be careful with like cutting those connections, being too severe, being too harsh on these people, because I think that they will come around and they will understand what you've been talking about, but they will need some time. This year, I feel like if you wanna be in more alignment with your purpose, you gotta be more open-minded about things and people, and how to go about things in general, not just career, not just love life, but just in general. Be open-minded, experiment a bit more, be more playful, because I think that for you specifically, pile 3, the issue is not that you are not taking action. The issue, I think, is that you are afraid to take action whatsoever in new directions. So I know it says here, stay consistent with your actions if you want to see results. Sometimes life is hard and sometimes it's worth it. But with these cards that I'm seeing here, I somehow feel like this angel number message from the internet is more so reflecting your mindset prior to now. And now this reading is calling you to actually be a bit more open-minded, to get the things that you want, because I think you drilled it in your head that there is only one way to get somewhere, and there are actually many ways to get there, and that's what Spirit is trying to show you. And I think maybe you've drilled in your head, this is the partner that I should have, this is when I should get married or have children, or graduate college, or this is the year when I should have my salary raised, and this and this and this. All of these points, hallmarks, if I think that's the correct word, of your life, I think you've decided upon how it should happen and when it should happen. And Spirit is saying this year is gonna be an year of surprises for you. So expect many surprises. Expect the things that felt very certain and like long term, and that they will never leave your life. Expect them to leave your life, maybe temporarily, maybe forever. And expect the things that you thought were, oh, that's just a phase, that is just a little hobby that I do on the side, or this is a person that I have fun with, but I could never possibly date them. Expect things to not happen the way you planned them to. All right. So, I'm gonna pull from this astrology deck. Some of you, I'm seeing some kind of, I want to see presentation. So I think that's also in store for you. Having a public speech this year. We have Jupiter return benefits. I really love this. And we have Scorpio, I transform. I love the Jupiter return because this shows me that you have accumulated a lot of good karma. I think a lot of your consistent actions will bring you results this year. And it's almost like you have free terrain to play, experiment, and take the unconventional path, because your consistency and conventional approach to life prior to this new year allowed for you to have a backup, to have a stability, to have a foundation that will sustain you. So I even feel for some of you ancestors coming through and your angels coming through, and they all have this like message: we helped you save this much money, or we helped you secure this job or this position. And that's because we wanted you to feel like you're gonna be taken care of for a year or two. You can play, you can experiment. And it's so difficult for anyone who has Capricorn placements to feel like they can just play. But that's what the universe wants from you. You also have Scorpio. Oh, definitely transformation in your love life is gonna take place. I don't know if your partner will change, transform drastically. I'm getting a very specific message here for some of you. If you're dealing with a partner who has some health issue that's been affecting them terribly, I do see this improving actually. So I think that this year you will see positive results in that, positive outcomes in that situation. We have this, okay, Saturn wants to come through, but these are too many cards, I'm not gonna take them. We have this energy of Isis and Osiris. Listen, some of you here are, I don't know if you're meant to build something with a partner, but I'm picking something up here. Hold on. So, of course, Osiris and Isis, they are this like iconic couple in Egyptian mythology, although they are a brother and sister, but that happens in most mythologies. But they're also known for the myth of Isis resurrecting Osiris. So I think this year, if you've been trying to bring someone back to life, help someone that you really love and care about, whether it's physically, like literally physically help them and nurse them back to health, or mentally. I am not someone who stands for, like, you're not responsible for other people, but of course community is also important. Of course you're gonna help the people that you love. And I do think that this year you will be very successful in doing this. And I do think that if there is someone you're trying to nurse back to life, one way or another, taking them on adventures and journeys with you is gonna be so helpful. Maybe you have some fourth house or even seventh house transits where you have a partner on your journey, and it's almost like they will motivate you to do better, but you will also be a lifeline for them. So keep that in mind. And I think maybe that's why the cards are saying don't be too harsh this year, because someone may really rely on you this year. Could be even a child, okay? It doesn't have to be a partner. It could be a child, a parent that you're taking care of, a sibling, a friend. But someone will really need you this year. And I know you want to go, and that's all that this year is all about. And totally do that as well, as much as you can. But do not turn your back on certain people just because maybe they slow you down a little bit. Of course, have common sense. Do not allow toxic relationships. I am not advising for this, but I do see that maybe you will have a loved one that needs you this year and that will rely on you. And it's like, I think that you being on this journey with them, I think maybe you didn't expect it, but this is where inspiration will come from. And it's almost like saving or slash helping, because saving is too much of a savior complex. Helping someone who really needed help, figuring out how to do it, might be the inspiration for how you want to wield your magic, what kind of thing you want to do, and maybe how you can help others as well. Maybe they will be the reason why you learned Reiki healing, or specific herbal medicine, or I don't know, emotional release yoga or something like this. I do see that someone here will inspire you one way or another, and maybe you didn't expect it, but wasting or like losing time by trying to help them, slowing down, will actually be the reason why you get really good at something, or you figure out, hey, I actually love doing this, I would love to help other people as well. We have 12th house, escape. The 12th house is the house of hospitals, prisons, asylums, nursing homes for elderly people. The 12th house is all these places that we forget exist and where people we forget about reside. But it's also a house of healing, and it's a house of self-undoing. So I think this year, this may sound a little abstract, but I'm still not really grasping it. But what I'm getting is you will undo damage that you've done to yourself, one way or another, mental, physical. I see you cleansing, detoxing, getting rid of damage, okay? I think that this year, in the year of the fire horse, that based on everything that I've heard about it so far, it seems a very selfish year. And I mean, it's normal with this fire element and with this go-getter energy that it's a bit more of a selfish year for most of us, or how it should be. But I'm getting that for you guys, it's actually the most selfish thing that you can do. The best way to help yourselves is actually to help others. I think this is where many of your blessings will come, especially with Jupiter return. It's like this year, if you don't see blessings right away this year, based off what you've done previous years, I think that this is the year where you will accumulate so much good karma that at the end of this year, beginning of next year, you will see those blessings for sure. But I think for most of you, this is what you've already done. And for some of you, I gotta keep an open mind. I gotta keep an open mind in this reading. For some of you, it will be the things you've done now and from now onward till the end of the year that will pay off, that you will have good karma returns on. So, all right, I'm going to see with the archetypes, what kind of energy are you working with this year? We have the flame. I think that many of you will be a source of hope, and many of you will be the source of inspiration. So this is interesting because I see you becoming the art. So you're not creating art. This is a metaphor. You are becoming the art. You are becoming the medicine. You are becoming the hope and inspiration, etc. Rest and rejuvenate. This is the Four of Swords. And we have the Devil with temptation. Yeah, I think that what you will be tempted to do is to be overly self-centered. And I think that's because you felt like you weren't putting all of yourself into things before, and now you're trying again to compensate. But that would take you away from the opportunity to actually be more community oriented. We have the Ace of Swords. This year is the time for educated decisions as well with the Ace of Swords. So some of you may need to resolve an issue where you need to get very well acquainted with the situation, with the laws, with the rules, with your rights, etc., to solve it. And making educated decisions can also look like taking an educated risk. Remember how I told you, keep an open mind, right? Take the uncommon path, take the extraordinary, different path, but you can still educate yourselves on that. And I think this Ace of Swords simply comes through because I really think you will be using your mind a lot. I think that you will be learning a lot this year. And keep an open mind because you don't know where truth and answers and useful information can come from. We have the Hermit. And the Two of Cups. Oh my gosh. I know you want to isolate and do your own thing, but someone will need you. And I think that you will isolate yourselves from the world, but with this one person. I really think that there will be one person as a focal point in your life this year. Maybe some of you are becoming parents, and maybe that's why these cards are showing up. You will have to dedicate a lot of time to your child. But you have to turn the odds. That's the message I'm getting here. No matter what situation you find yourself put into, you have to turn the odds and almost like carve a path out of it. If you feel like you're not put on the path of your dreams, carve one out of whatever situation you're in. Again, so if you feel like you are restricted because you need to take care of someone else, you need to dedicate so much time to someone else, and you don't have the time to dedicate to yourself, use that time you dedicate to someone else to turn it, that knowledge and everything you gain from this experience, turn it into something for yourself. Like, make a path where there isn't a path. I truly hope this message makes sense. This one, not this one. And we are going to, I want to get one green card. So the first one that I find I will use. All right. Is it here? It's here. We have success. I really, truly love this. I think that you will be successful in every endeavor this year, but specifically helping people, specifically this. So maybe many of you are becoming healers, okay? We have not unsuccessful plans, which is so crazy. But to me, this is like destiny works in such weird ways. And you see how you have unsuccessful plans? So whatever you've strategized about, if it fails, don't cry crocodile tears over it, because this failure, quote unquote, will actually lead you to your true success. And you see how this card reminds me of the star in tarot, and with the knot here, it's almost like you really tried hard to make something happen, but destiny has better plans for you. I feel like this message is an overall theme in most of the readings. So, interesting. We have the cane. Pay attention to your health, that. But also the cane reminds you of elderly people, right? People that need help. People that are slower. So, be careful that you don't ruin your health by chasing too hard. Okay, this year. That's also a message coming through. We have the month of March is gonna be significant for you. And we have the fan, romance, celebration, and party. Yeah, I truly think your greatest successes, inspirations, and what will set you out on your real, true path, and like the path of your purpose, will be your connections to people, your love relationships, your friendships, your connections to your family, etc. A strong fourth house placement. It's almost like I'm getting north node in the fourth house, south node in the 10th house, and like the more you take care of your north node, the less you will stress about your 10th house, your south node, or the more you take care of your family, your home, spending time with your loved ones, being there for them, the less stress and push and hardship you will see in your career. So that's all I'm getting for you, Pile 3. I really hope this resonated. Maybe it's not the kind of motivating I'm gonna make my dreams come true this year type of message, but I truly think that this is where you are on your journey, and I hope you let those messages sink in and just reflect upon them a little bit and truly see if this resonates, because I think that sometimes when we don't hear what we want, we may reject it, even if it's the truth. And if you don't resonate, obviously that's not the reading for you, but still I would kindly ask you to take some time and truly think if maybe that's how things will go best for you this year. So yeah, if you resonated, let me know in the comment section below. I love reading your comments. Like, share, and subscribe to support my channel. And if you need a personal reading for more clarity on this subject or any other question that you have, all of my services are provided on my Ko-fi page, which you will find the link to in my description box below. So thank you again, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 4, and welcome to your reading. So if you chose this card, let's see what does the Fire Horse ear have in store for you. What are the things that you need to pursue this year and go after, and really be bold to accomplish? And what does the ear offer you? What will it offer you? Let's see. Oh, okay. We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Okay, and we have soulmate. I think many of you are on the right track, Pile 4. You are already doing what you're supposed to, or you're already pursuing your purpose and what's in alignment with your higher self. It's just that you need to make more tiny bit of effort, okay? And we have chemistry. Interesting. I think that with chemistry, you also get recognition for what you do this year by the right people. So when I say recognition, this doesn't necessarily have to mean this great fame on social media or wherever else. But with recognition, you could be recognized by potential clients. You could be recognized by people in your life that start to advertise you to other people that they know. I just see that people will recognize what you do, what you've been working on for quite some time now, and I just think that the year of the fire horse will reaffirm to you that you are on the right track. I actually forgot to pull. I'm gonna pull two. So these two wanted to come out. I forgot to pull an angel number message for you. So these angel number messages contain a quick channeled message from me and the interpretation of the angel number according to the internet. How do I open you? Oh yeah, so I was seeing this like fish kind of looking logo. I don't know what it means, but some of you may resonate. Maybe you're working in a company that has a similar logo or something. I was just seeing this pictogram. Okay, so we have 44 and 11, so 4411. This is the angel number, and the channel messages here are phone calls, applications, stay on track, grandmother spirit. Oh yeah, and get your roses back. So when I was channeling the grandmother spirit, I don't know why I had a vision of this like very old vase or something, and I heard get your roses back. So I don't know if some of you planted roses on your grandmother's grave, or you have like roses painted on a special vase from her or something. There is something that you need to retrieve, and there is something that you gifted that her spirit does not really like, so she would prefer something else. But with Get Your Roses Back, I was also getting how for some of you a grandmother spirit may be trying to protect you from a relationship where it's almost like this person is trying to buy your love. Okay, and what I got for you, not what I got, but what the internet claimed this angel number meant. The core idea was that you have financial privileges and blessings. So financially, I think you'll be very well off this year. And what I see for you is just that you should just keep going in the direction you're already going. But still, let's see what else comes through. Basically, I think career-wise, you're where you're meant to be. Oh yeah, this is, that's a long one. So this angel number is 9007, but I also got 25 at the end, so it's a long one, and it's like it can be just this one. This is what I looked up, but you can also look up the entire thing. So it didn't have specific angel number messages according to the internet attributed to this number because it was so long. But what I channeled was soul contracts, twin and karmic, like twin flames and karmic relationships. And you have the soulmate, which is interesting. New beginnings. And you have number 9, which is spiritual enlightenment. Number 0, which is about planting the seeds, this new potential. And 7, which is wisdom and psychic abilities. I truly think that the year of the fire horse, I think career-wise you're just fine. I think that the year of the fire horse will bring your soulmate or your twin flame into the picture. Pile 4. Alright. I'm actually gonna pull tarot cards for you. Because for most piles I just pulled oracle cards. But I wanna see what's coming this year for you. We have 6 of Wands. Absolutely, you will be recognized. I told you recognition is coming, and that's what the 6 of Wands signify. But I also think that this message of recognition is about you recognizing your soulmate or your twin flame. Yeah, Ace of Swords. This year, you will know for sure if you've had doubts or questions about something or someone in your life. You will know for sure this year. And you have the Strength card. It says trust, strength. Your material life, your day-to-day matrix existence that we all one way or another succumb to. There's just no other way around it. You eat, you buy things, you live, right? I think that this aspect of your life, like the very mundane, will be informed this year by these cosmic downloads, this cosmic wisdom. So I really think that this year is gonna be the year of you channeling. Your crown chakra is opening up, your solar plexus is opening up. You are channeling about who you are with a lot more certainty. And this is the Two of Wands, which to me, it's like two flames, right? To me, it's always been a card for twin flames. Particularly in this deck, because this is about united power. Daughter of Cups or the Page of Cups. And Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So I do see that there will be lots of communication for those of you who have been in no contact with a significant other. Communication is opening up. But this year you will be messengers, pile forward. I think that all these things, all this knowledge that you're channeling, you will be a messenger for it. You will share it with people. But I think, this is interesting. Pile 4, I'm getting more of an internal journey. It's like your internal journey and being that fire horse that goes and does things and chases and pursues. This energy, I think, should be more applied to your inner world, your inner journey, becoming this better version of yourself. Not necessarily external goals, which I think might be difficult for some of you pile fours. But what I'm saying is that this fire energy this year is meant to elevate you internally. Again, you're meant to elevate your mind, elevate your soul, feel just stronger in your spirit, feel more of yourself in your spirit, and not get lost in pursuing these external things that will validate you. There is some kind of spiritual strength that will be recognized for many of you this year. Your psychic abilities may be recognized, especially for those of you who are doing psychic work. So yeah, this year I'm getting that the goals that you need to be pursuing is really elevated skills when it comes to your psychic abilities and your soul journey. It's about training your mind this year, strengthening your mind, building mental, even spiritual discipline. This is like a huge thing this year for you. Because as I told you, I think career-wise, you're just fine. You are where you're meant to be. So instead of setting up the usual goals that most of us do, I want to get in shape, I want to build these new better habits, I want to make this amount of money or travel to this country, etc. your goals really should be, oh, I want to be able to trust my intuition more. I want to be able to meditate longer, to astral project, to strengthen my psychic senses, build a routine around my psychic practice. Like, these things should be your goals. Who are you becoming this year? Let's see. Too many cards, too many cards. We're not gonna take them. I'm seeing binoculars. Some of you are becoming detectives this year. You're doing thorough research. Apocalypses. And the orphan. This is interesting energy. Alright, there it is. Apocalypses, removing the veil of deception. Absolutely. With this Queen of Swords, that's it. Like, you become the oracle. Apocalypses indicates a particularly painful time, one that unfolds once you disparate dynamics occur simultaneously, pulling the psyche in seemingly opposing directions. Well, that's also the Two of Wands, you know. The Two of Wands is about crossroads, and I think that your external life, your 3D life, your job, relationships, etc., will pull you in one direction, and your soul journey will pull you in another. So I think that the message here is, this year really is about internal accomplishments, so don't go into the 3D direction of life. The first, this energy is pulling the psyche in seemingly opposing directions. The first is a lifting of the veil. This means truths that have been kept in the dark are revealed, seen, and unearthed, no matter how relieving it is to witness them come into the light. An element of despair and grief follows. The second dynamic is the regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth. The old narrative breaks and a new story forms. Apocalypse energy is similar to forest fires, devastation for the sake of regeneration. The veil lifts and we see who and what has been hiding from the nakedness of the truth. A child is born. Have faith in the process, hold on to your center. That is the only way. And I also want to look at the orphan. The wounded child, the abandoned, the beggar. To study the orphan is to study the deep and challenging energy of our time. We are ever more connected yet face collective isolation. The refugee crisis haunts our planet. Children are separated from parents and the earth begs for our attention. We are in a time of universal orphanage, of nature, of each other, of our own hearts. Take refuge in the fact that we all share this core wound and dilemma. It is normal to fear this card as it haunts the caverns of the soul. When it appears take time, real time, to be in the presence of the feelings that this card stirs in you. Let it humble you. What are you starving for? What is the deepest gift you could imagine giving to others? What has been rejected is quite possibly what is most needed, dear one. So what I'm getting here is, some of you may have suffered a twin flame rejection or even a karmic false twin flame rejection, and I think that this year you are rising above this, okay? You are ascending as much as possible above this kind of pain. So this year, all of your pain that you've been through, for those of you who resonate with this message, all of it will be transformed into fuel for the future. But maybe it won't take place this particular year. I more so see that you will see the changes. You will see how you've grown over it and above it. I think some of you may separate your ways with a twin flame and come together with a soulmate. I do see a healing love journey this year for you. And it may not be with the person you want, but I do see a healing relationship that I think will it will take care of the quiet aspects of your life, and it will help you enjoy the quietude and build trust with that quiet in your life. So it's interesting, pile 4, but I think that you will have not a slow year necessarily, but it's gonna be very, very personal. It's gonna happen within, and maybe that's why it's gonna seem slow on the outside. But you're building great strength within, and it will eventually lead you where you're meant to be spiritually. Because I truly think career-wise, most of you are fine. You are where you're meant to be. But it's just that you need to go through the inner journey in order to get access to these gifts that will offer change in the external reality. If some of you want change in the external reality and you're wondering how to do it, the universe is saying, first you have to change within. First you have to, have the inner battles, find the elixir of life within, find these tools within, right? And finding them only happens through the search, and the search will take some time. So truly focus on spiritual wellness, spiritual alignment, mental health, your inner world. This is where the good things will come from this year. This is what you need to focus on if you want the good things and the blessings to come your way this year. Maybe many of you are on this newly refreshed and newly dedicated manifestation journey, and you realize how much of your inner world creates your external reality. So you are really set on changing that, improving that, elevating that inner world. So yeah, that's all I'm seeing for you. Let's pull cards from this deck. One, two. All right, I'm gonna take 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the tea leaves. Let's see what they say. What can you expect this year? We have the month of May. It will be, for some of you, very significant. We have marriage. I truly think that some of you may get married. You may have in the most unexpected way, reunite with a soulmate. A karmic is leaving your life and you're finally reuniting with your twin flame. But there is sacred commitment, sacred union for many of you this year. And the month of May is significant for this. We have the feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Alright, so there will be some kind of heartbreak. I feel that if there hasn't been yet, there will be some kind of heartbreak that someone else will come and heal. We have the dog barking. Advice from a friend. You will get advice from a friend. And we have the table. Hard work ahead. So I think that for many of you, this inner work is gonna be harder than the outer work. Okay, I'm gonna pull 2 or 3 more. I feel like I want to. And I'm gonna ask, what is this hard work about actually? We have the casket. Someone going out of your life, or the end of a situation. Yep. So some kind of breakup. Scales, keep your life in balance. So yeah, that's also important. Like, definitely you shouldn't neglect your external life. But it's just that you've been neglecting your internal one. And with the casket, I definitely think that this grandmother spirit, like, that's just a confirmation that, yeah, she came through. And you have the roses. And she warned you. Advice from a friend, a dog barking, and even feathers sometimes are like messages from the other side. So I'm really getting that this grandmother spirit is warning you, don't be too quick to marry, especially if you're uncertain, especially if you've already had issues with this person. There is someone that will heal your heart. Don't, like, um don't give away your sovereignty and autonomy, and don't give your heart to someone who has broken it already. That's the message I'm getting. So that's all I have. I truly hope you resonated, pile 4. Let me know. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next pick a card. All of my personal services for personal readings are in the description box below on my Ko-fi page if you feel like you want to dive deeper into this or maybe ask your own questions. And again, thank you, and I'll see you in my next reading. Until then.